I'm sorry for this being on a Thursday, but it's another Wednesday with what name is ImOptimize and also his PSN username.
Hello.
So yeah, and today we're gonna be talking about a little DLC 4 and what we think about Infinite Warfare Zombies, which a lot of people are having some controversy about, and also the gameplay in the background. That will be coming out probably next week because of some issues, and also I said that I won't have this video up, but I decided to do it anyway. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty fun. And Declan, I'm optimized. You can start us off.
Okay, well, okay, so I'm gonna talk about DLC 3 first, and a lot of people, including me, are really disappointed it hasn't come out this week because I'm actually really excited to see what it brings for us. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've always just like I don't know why. Most people would say the implementation of being able to control dragons and zombies, like if you said that in Black Ops 1, people would laugh at you and think you're crazy. But now, like all the stuff we have in this game is just like really widening their horizons,
Right.
and I think it's a good idea being able to control dragons and stuff.
No, but we don't know if we're gonna be controlling dragons or if they're gonna help us out in some way. So we don't
Or we
know.
could fight them for all we know.
I'm sorry.
You know,
What'd you say?
we could be fighting them for all we know.
I mean, yeah, we could be fighting them, but they did say they have control um collars on, so that means they'll most likely be for our side. But we never. But you're right. We never know. And
There could be a mix of both.
yeah.
Because we saw that in Zetsubo with the thrashers, we could have friendly thrashers.
Hmm.
Maybe if like the dragons are mainly hostile, but there's a way or like a secret Easter egg where we can have them friendly.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Though, I don't know if they would repeat the same thing twice. I'm not sure, but Treyarch does repeat some stuff. I mean, I think that would be
Yeah.
pretty cool. But I think it'd also be really hard to have dragons fighting us. That'd be a really tough. Um,
Yeah.
so
No.
yeah, also, we'll most likely be being in Stalingrad, and that will be pretty cool. Stalingrad, because that's just a really, historic site, and yeah. Uh, and so because of that, I think they're gonna add some really cool things in, even though they most likely will not be bringing back like Nazi symbols or anything, because there's a lot of things with that. So most likely being the Iron Cross, but even though that is a thing, I think that the map will just be really awesome because I really do love Nikolai, and he's one of our favorite characters. I think Bricktoffin's his, and but yeah, Nikolai and Takio are probably my favorite characters on on it. So yeah.
But then the big question is, since we've already in the third DLC we're killing Nikolai, so we've killed all the four characters now. What are we gonna do in DLC 4?
Okay, well,
Because
like he said, we'll be going to this ultimate end or whatever. Even though a lot of people think that that's like the ether or something, a lot of people, I think, it's not going to be an actual place, I guess you could say. It's going to be more of a it's going to be more of a, how do I say it? It's like an end, like something crazy happens. Though we could go to some place like awesome, but
yeah,
I don't think it will be one specific place. Even though that would be kind of cool to have like a zombies map in the ether, and maybe like it'd be really cool like if you bought one door. And my friend McGurr actually pointed it out to me, and he thought it'd be really cool if you like opened a door, and you would actually walk into a segment or something, or maybe the Easter egg cutscene of another map. Like, so let's say you were on the Horizon, you were on like somewhere or Horizon Rock or something, and you opened a door, but you walked into the Shadows of Evil cutscene, and I don't know if that wouldn't be probably implemented, but I think it'd be pretty cool, or someplace on Shadows of Evil, because everything's getting mixed up in this universe of the game, and everything's kind of mixing, as we could see with the Mob of the Dead, which, so that's pretty cool. Uh,
a thought I just had when you was talking about that was what if their goal isn't to actually kill a certain character, but to just get rid of the summoning key, because their souls are trapped in the summoning key.
Oh,
Um,
um, the summoning kit thing, but there's also this big thing with summoning, with Cthulhu and all of that stuff, as we could see from Shadows of Evil, Drak, and a little bit actually, yeah, from Setsubo Nishima, which was one of the hidden once you get to around 50. So there, that's pretty. So I think maybe we could be summoning Cthulhu and maybe fighting them, or maybe summoning this great battle that actually the Wolf King fought on during Shadows of Evil. Not Shadows of Evil, I'm sorry, Drak. So that would be kind of cool because he talks about this great battle that takes place, and talks about, and he's not able to win. He's not able to defeat the whatever it is it kind of looks like tentacles in the picture, but he's not able to take care of that, and we might be the ones. Though we have discovered ciphers that told us premise will fail. So, and we might be premise. We don't really know, even though I think he said something about that. Yeah,
See, also, since the storyline's so big, and this is most probably going to be Treyarch's last game, they could either continue, because my theory is that soon they're going to leave Call of Duty and they're going to go on to make their own zombies games. That's one of my theories. So maybe they can like carry on this saga or this storyline in their new game that they
right.
make. If they do make a new game, that is.
And there's also a lot of speculation about a Mob of the Dead remake. There was a leak or something, I don't know, but that talked about for DLC 4 a bunch of like a couple of the maps getting remade and stuff. And of course, Mob of the Dead is probably one of like the people's favorite maps. And and it was also the current creator of Zombies, Jason Blundell,
Um,
Jason Blundell's
Wensday.
first map of creating zombies.
Yeah.
So
And, if they did remake Mob of the Dead, I would be really happy. Mob of the Dead is one of my. It's not my all-time favorite, but it's what you like. You can't deny that it's just an absolute classic map.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean I loved it. I
And
played it for so long.
yeah, I know. Like if I was to actually just play one map forever, Mob of the Dead would probably be it because there's just so. I just love the characters. I love the storyline, and with the blood vials as well, we still have a lot to find out about that as well to do with the
Right.
Mob of the Dead characters.
Because we know that the blood is going to help them in some way going to save them, but we don't know,
Yeah,
but we don't know really how. And actually talked about that in my last week. Um, but yeah, it's kind of just an interesting thing, those blood vials, and kind of what they
mm.
bring to the table.
No
Um,
one really knows what they bring to the table though. Like, sure, we had some Easter eggs for it in the Richtofen Memories trailer, but no one except Treyarch actually knows like
right. I
how it's
mean,
going to be used to Richtofen's advantage.
yeah, that's basically where like all we can do is like theorize in that, because there's no way we can know. And that's one of the cool things, like they keep a really tight grasp on their zombies, even though yeah, there are leaks every once in a while, but they really like are careful with their zombies. They don't like having too many leaks or whatever. Even though it seems like sometimes they might do it, I don't know, intentional or something. I'm not really sure. But because like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
like a day before, but it might not be because someone working there might leak it or something. But we never
yeah.
really
Well, you never
know
know.
what their plan is. It could be like a whole marketing scheme for all we know. I mean, I've
Yeah,
heard of companies doing that before, but leaking
yeah,
information and saying it wasn't leaked just to get more
yeah.
hype for whatever's going on.
Yeah, they could also like accidentally leak something on purpose and it'd be false. Like say they leaked like you were saying they might have about the Mob of the Dead remake leak. They could be doing that just to try and get like sales up for DLC 4 or whatnot.
Right.
You know?
Mhm. Also for let's go ahead and talk about a little bit
Uh,
about Infinite Warfare zombies. So that's gonna be, I mean,
oh,
not okay. So not too many people are excited for it because everyone loves Treyarch zombies, and whenever we all know how kind of Exo zombies kind of turned out. So so we all know how yeah. So Exo zombies, wasn't very good per se, and but a lot of but I'm kind of excited for it because they said they were taking like a lot from Treyarch zombies, like Easter eggs and everything. Even though I think there were Easter eggs on
they mostly said that they've got directors from World of War. World of War didn't really have too many Easter eggs.
right. I mean, but it
So
was it was good zombies though. Like those were like the classic zombies, man. Like Noct and Ascension and all, not Ascension, but you know what I
uh,
mean. Um,
look, you look at like maps like Doris that were so good they had to be remade. Like Doris has been remade 3 times already.
right.
And if like that's gonna if the zombies team or the Infinite Warfare zombies team can make maps that need to be remade over and over again like Treyarch did,
hmm
then they know they're going in the right direction. You know?
I'm I really hope that if they don't bring the maps back from on DLC 4, because I think that's what a lot of us are hoping for, but we never really know with them because we thought we were going to get the trailer this week, but we didn't. So we never really know. They should make a game with all the maps remade except, maybe like Transit or something. I don't know. But a lot of
Yeah,
people,
no,
there's actually a really strong fan base for Transit, which was kind of surprising. And I mean, it's not that surprising because I think a
like
lot a lot of people might be trolling, but I mean, I thought it was an okay map. A lot of people hated it and everything, but I thought it was. Of course, I got that.
there are just okay. It's not a terrible map. There are just some things about it
Mhm.
that just should not have been in there, like the buildable pack punch, the terrible wonder weapons, the bus. You know,
Yeah, the Wonder Weapon.
lava
Yeah,
fences.
I completely agree with you there.
Mm.
It broke every time after you used it a little bit more. One of the best Wonder Weapons is actually I really like the Wonder Weapon I'm using now, the Apothicon. It is actually just even though it has extremely low ammo, it's just oh very very
The
good.
Apothicon is statistically the second best wonder weapon,
All
so
right,
I mean you
what's the
can't really.
first?
The baby gun from
All right.
Shangri-La, because it's always in its to kill.
Well, the Apothicon was a lot of people think it's always an insta kill, but recent it used to not go kill past 156, but recently my friend
Mm.
almost beat the world record, and he discovered that the Apothicon actually does kill after 156, which is really surprising. I never saw in any of the patch notes that I saw anyway, like that they fixed like the kill rate for it, but you never really know.
Yeah, but yeah. Enough about the wonder. Well, we could keep talking about wonder weapons. We can talk about what wonder weapons we think will be in DLC 3, DLC 4, and Infinite Warfare.
All right, so for DLC 3, okay, a lot of the maps kind of they go with each other. Like what is what, I guess you could say. Like the Apothicon, I think it fits extremely well
With the
with
keepers and
Shadows of Evil, yeah. And I think the bows. I mean, you wouldn't really think that the bows would like fit with the Rising Druck, but they did. They really actually did. Or even
see, I
or
don't think the Dyson Truck would be the same without the bows. I still don't understand how they fit though. Could you elaborate on that?
well, they just kind of feel right with the atmosphere. Okay, because it's when you're playing it, you almost feel, which you are in a castle, but you almost feel like you're in a medieval times castle, could you say? And I don't know why I just associate that with bow and arrows, so that's why I kind of think that they just fit, and I think they just kind of work. And we also, most of us, the staffs were like a really big thing, and I agree, and so I think that's really good that they did a four-person wonder weapon, because four people wonder weapons are actually really good because people aren't fighting constantly over them or everything.
I
And
feel the amount of fights that I've had with my friend Joseph about who gets the firebow, because that's both of our personal favorites. So,
yeah, and
so there are some fights, not as many.
but but there are, it's a lot less because for some reason I've heard a lot of people fighting over who gets the wonder weapon on transit or or something. Or
Oh no.
but at least they do it balanced though, like they do like different elements or something. Because if there was like four different blender gats, you couldn't get more than one, could you? What's that extra one that you could get? But
Yeah.
besides the two, if every single person had like an acid gat or something, I think that would be kind of ridiculous
OP.
anyway. Yeah,
But
OP.
but another thing people are overlooking, people think there's
Archery
like gonna be
Plus.
like guns to dragons and stuff. What a lot of people are overlooking is that before Black Ops 3 came out, there was a trailer for the zombies that actually leaked something about a ray gun Mark III on there.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
so
mean,
the Ray Gun Mark III. So I saw some people talking about this, like I saw Smith Plays talking about this and everything, and I saw him like he said it would probably be like an LMG or a sniper and stuff because they already made two pistols, but the ray gun is basically already like a pistol thing. I don't know if they would make a Mark III. I think they might.
they
Um,
could make a similar weapon. Like, a big YouTuber called Relaxing End. The way I discovered
Not
him
just kidding.
was that
Nathan,
he
I
used to
will
do
review.
mods for Black Ops 1 multiplayer where he would design different types of ray guns. And one of his ray guns was designed after the PPSH. And it had the same amount of ammo as the PPSH and everything, except it literally just shot ray gun bullets. And it was one of the most OP things. So I think if they're gonna have something as OP as that, they would have to make it super rare, or you'd have to complete the Easter egg to get it or something.
mhm.
Because otherwise people could just get to higher rounds like super easy, and they don't want it to be as easy as like say the giant, you know.
Right. I have a question. Optimize. Can you actually go look at my stream? Someone commented something, and I don't know how to look at that.
Sure, I'll do it in a second. I'm actually playing Nightmares Live right now.
Alright, unless somehow I can do it. I'm sorry for this little interruption, but I kind of... Oh, more comments, okay. I kind of would like to see what people are saying, so I might bring up this little thing real quick. Um, Few comments. Oh, never mind. It wasn't anything to do with our thing. But, yeah. So, anyway, I
Hmm.
think I'll bring up the... No, no, no. But yeah, these are all interesting things that just kind of need to be talked about. Infinite Warfare Zombies, they said we got a sneak peek, but all we saw was a film reel, which might mean we're in some kind of movie theater or something. But it kind of looks more like a transit loading screen with like the postcards and stuff. So I don't know, it might or like Black Ops 2. No, it kind of looks, you know.
But if it is in a theater, I actually feel bad for the directors of zombies if it is in a theater, because if you think about it, they're basically copying Kino, one of the best thing about zombie maps of all time, and they're gonna get so much hate for that, just for copying it and everything. Just judging by the zombies community.
Mhm. And people are wanting me to invite them to the party. No, I'd rather not. I'm trying to do this. So yeah, let's see. What else is there to talk about today? Of course, next week I will most likely be uploading another video with maybe Declan. I'm not really sure
I
yet,
suck for you, Nathan.
um, but there is um but next week I hope I really hope we get the trailer because or
Well,
at least
okay.
something it's at least something because they're just they're just teasing us and we've waited longer than we waited for Zetsubo no Shima and waiting for Zetsubo no Shima at least the trailer that felt like forever to me that felt like I was just that was just amazing. And not amazing. I'm sorry. I do not know what I was saying. That just felt like it just took so long, and that's even taking longer now. And we all knew Zetsubunashima. It was I kind of liked it, but it wasn't that great of a map. And mostly I don't know, they kind of, and go ahead.
Oh, it wasn't really difficult, but it was just getting set up. It was just too tedious for me.
Mhm.
Like it didn't have to be as hard as it was. Like things like on the Ransom job, getting all of the bow things are not actually that hard if you think about it. Like there are some that are harder than the others, but they're possible if you're just an average player. Getting like the upgraded KT4 and stuff, it's just really,
Well,
really
I thought the
difficult.
KT4 was pretty easy, but doing the Easter egg, okay, the Easter egg was a really easy thing, but there was all these extra stuff that kind of just they put all these extra things in that would have been really good ideas, alright? So like kind of like the spider bait thing where you can turn into a spider, but or even the round 50 thing where you can see the Cthulhu. It like they weren't implemented that well, and they took all these graphics out and stuff that they could have kept in. Like even though they might have done it for some kind of effect, it didn't really work. Like in the background on Zetsubo no Shima, you can see these trees like the world box, okay, and they're just flat trees. They're not even they don't have like they have like no texture, even though that might have been something.
Yeah, and on oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. Um, I don't know. Like, Sensible had so much potential in my eyes, but they just added too much stuff in, or they made some of the stuff just really. Oh, it's hard to explain. Just more overboard than they should have been. Like the spiders, they sounded like a really good idea, but in theory, they're just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. It was kind of weird, I guess you could say. Even though I was kind of freaked out by them, like the first time I played Zatsubo like they closed up the doors and stuff. I don't know why, but that kind of freaked me out. Like for some reason, I thought they'd stay there or something. But so after like a little bit of playing it, they're just kind of there, and they're harder to kill than the. They're a lot harder to kill than the meatballs or even the dogs. Meatballs are a lot easier because they just explode on you and they barely take damage.
Hmm.
But the spiders they can shoot kind of like the flies, but I don't know. They're a lot harder to knife. And a lot of people will be like, "Oh, but you can knife the fly. It's hard to knife the flies." Well, I don't think so. They just fly right in my face. Um,
Yeah.
you know. And what do you think the wonder weapon would be for DLC 4?
Well, since we know basically nothing about DLC4,
Mhm.
I think okay. So if we go through this, there are certain wonder weapons or like categories of wonder weapons we've never had. We've had a load of pistol wonder weapons, the Ray Gun Mark II, the Winter's Howl, stuff like that. We've had like LMG wonder weapons, the MG from what's it called? Origin. And I guess you could count the Thunder Gun as an LMG. But there's a couple that we haven't had, like we haven't had a machine gun one yet. We haven't had an assault rifle yet. So I think it would have to be something fully automatic, but not too overpowered. Like you'd have to have like a small clip or something.
Mhm. But I don't think that would
In
be.
my opinion.
Uh, you know. For that's the ray gun, right? Because I kind of like drowned out the first part that you said for the ray gun Mark III. Is that what you said? Or
Oh wait. What did you say? Sorry,
for
the
the
mic cut out.
for the for the ray gun Mark III? Was that what you were just talking about?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, but I don't. That wouldn't be the wonder weapon though, because on Barry when they added the Mark II, um,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, I don't see why it couldn't be the wonder weapon. Like, I don't know. It just seems like a bad idea because they've already leaked it. So why would they leak it and not use it? You know.
Yeah. Um, but there's all this stuff, and we just don't know because we're not getting like any information from Treyarch or Activision
No.
from zombies. I mean, there's like leaks and stuff, but leaks aren't always trustworthy, and we're not even getting that many leaks. We're getting like
Yeah.
nothing, literally just nothing, and that kind of sucks. We're kind of just at a, as a lot of people are putting it, just a standby, of zombies.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. They're just really strange.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like you said, we haven't had any leaks of DLC 4 at all. Even if we have, they're like minor. Like, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're talking about.
I just think it's stupid. They like, I mean, I get that they don't want their leaks, leaked, but they should at least give us like something to work with.
Right. I mean,
Yeah, like,
yeah, like you said, they are leaks, but I think they could, just like you said, they could give us something and it not being a leak. I would love a concept art of Stalingrad, of whatever the next map is going to be called. I would love a concept art because we learned so much from the concept art on Zetsubo no Shima. That was actually really cool, even though like some stuff was out of proportion and everything, kind of like the crate that brought down the spider. That was like really little, but
yeah,
I still think that would it'd be really cool to see a concept art because that just gives it a little bit of an idea of what the map looks like.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. But no, I don't really. And same thing with Infinite Warfare as well. Like, they're not giving us anything to work with here.
Well,
Like,
they
I
gave
get that.
they gave us
Yeah,
the first few missions of the campaign, which kind of gave us an idea of like the gameplay, but they didn't give us anything about the zombies or.
we don't even know if the zombies be good. The zombies could be the worst thing ever, or it could be the best thing ever. You
Right.
know, you can't know until you've tried it. But like I said, they're not giving us anything to work with, so we have no way to assume. We just have to wait. Which I'm not a very patient person. I don't know about you, Nathan,
Uh.
but
No.
but, but yeah. I mean, that's all I have to say. Really, I've run out of stuff to say about it. I mean, I've just said everything that I can say. Um,
Yeah, I'm kind of. It's just been kind of a longer thing. And I'm sorry guys for like I said, probably in whatever day that video comes up. Um Sorry for the lack of uploads. I've been doing some community service for high school, and yeah, that's kind of why I haven't been pushing it. And like I said, I'm sorry this is out on Thursday. Maybe I should just call it Wednesdays with window on Thursdays. Something stupid. But I don't know if
Wednesdays with Windows featuring Thursday.
all right. um um ImOptimize. He might join us in the future videos and stuff if he wants to.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I had
Yeah.
fun today, so I'd be happy to return.
And like I said earlier, check out his YouTube. ImOptimize, and it's a pretty cool channel. And yeah, if you guys like the video, then put a like or put a dislike. I really, I mean, I'd care, but it's your stuff. And yeah, guys, it's been Wednesdays with Window, and thank you for watching. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for later.